Most people don't give a second thought to what's actually floating in their pipes until they see a bit of grit in their morning coffee. That is where a filter like this one comes into play. It is a big, chunky piece of kit, measuring about 10 inches long and 4.5 inches wide, which means it is designed for those heavy-duty whole house systems rather than the tiny ones you might find under a kitchen sink. When you hold it, it feels surprisingly sturdy. It is made of this pleated polyester material that feels almost like a stiff, heavy-duty fabric wrapped around a solid polypropylene core. It is not one of those flimsy paper filters that just turns to mush after a few weeks. What makes this one stand out is the fact that it is washable. Most of the time, you pull a dirty filter out of the housing and toss it straight into the trash, which gets expensive and wasteful pretty quickly. With this, you can actually take it out, give it a good rinse, and put it back to work. It is rated at 20 microns, which is a solid middle ground for catching sediment like sand, silt, or rust flakes without choking off your water pressure entirely. If you went much finer, you would be cleaning the thing every other day, but at 20 microns, it strikes a nice balance for general household use. Now, here is the reality of using something like this. Because it is pleated, it has a massive surface area, which is great for trapping particles. But those pleats can be a bit of a pain to scrub perfectly clean if you have really heavy sediment buildup. You might find yourself spending a few extra minutes with a spray nozzle to get into the folds. Also, while it handles chemicals and bacteria resistance, well thanks to that polyester construction, it is not going to do anything about dissolved minerals or heavy metals. It is strictly a physical barrier. If you are looking for a filter that removes odors or tastes, this is not the right tool for the job. The temperature range is pretty standard, handling anything from 40 up to 125 degrees Fahrenheit, so it is perfectly safe for most residential plumbing setups. It feels like a reliable, no-nonsense piece of hardware. It is not flashy, and it is not going to change your life, but it does exactly what it says on the box. If you are tired of buying disposable filters every month and want something that can take a bit of a beating, this is a solid choice. Just keep in mind that even a washable filter has a lifespan, so don't expect it to last forever. It is a practical, sensible upgrade for anyone who wants to keep the sediment out of their taps without constantly running to the hardware store.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.